is on.
Welcome to OVO Media. Vybz Kartel is officially set to perform live in Toronto for the first time, and it's happening in style, right? Vybz Kartel will be performing back-to-back on October 26 and 27 as part of Drake's birthday celebration, which are tied into OVO Fest. Now, let's pause for a second, right? Vybz Kartel and Drake on the same stage in Toronto at OVO. Drake birthday celebration and OVO Fest. That is big news, right?
People, Canada, twice, black to black, and Dominica. So, the 25th of October, the 26th of October, the 27th of October. Nobody never asked you about World Boss in town.
They did it at Wireless Festival, but here's where things get even more interesting. A lot of people in dancehall community wanted Vybz Kartel very first big concert to be his own show in Canada. They didn't want his grand introduction to the stage in Canada to be part of Drake's lineup. But you know, make we take a step back, right? I'm pre what is happening. How do you say no to Drake? How do you tell Drake in the middle of his birthday celebration, hold on, I want to do my own thing first? You can't just, you know what I mean? It cannot happen. That's not only a bad look for Vybz Kartel, it's a missed opportunity. And Kartel knows what he's doing. He knows that performing with Drake, like he did at Wireless Festival, on that stage in front of a massive mixed international audience, right, is the best move to make. And that is a chess move. That is not draft. That is not checkers, right? Kartel is making the right move, in my opinion. And after that performance, right, when Kartel mash up the place at Drake show back to back, what you think about it's only gonna get bigger and better and 10 times more successful, because the demand will skyrocket. You know what I mean? Kartel and Drake will shake the place in Toronto, in Canada, and people will want to see Vybz Kartel in concert. You know, Vybz Kartel headlining his own concert, you know, just by himself without any other ties with anyone else. And you know what I mean? So that to me is the right move to make, you know what I mean? And would you believe that Vybz Kartel is also booked for 2 other shows in Dominica on October 24th and 26th, and then somehow is also supposed to be at Drake's show in Toronto on the same day. Me no understand, I no know how that will actually work. I don't even know which show it's scheduled first or how he plans to manage all of that traveling within just hours. But one thing I know for sure, you know what I mean, is that Vybz Kartel team is team no sleep, and they're on a different level. Kartel is moving like a robot right now. The man is literally defying the limits of time and space to satisfy Gaza Nation fans. No joke. And you know, Canada has been begging for this, right? Caribbean fans watch Kartel dominate stages across America, across Europe, and across the Caribbean, and they have been saying, we want our piece too. Bring him here. You know what I mean? Well, Toronto, the 6th, Kartel has delivered on that promise. You know what I mean? When Kartel and Drake link up at Wireless Festival, as I said earlier, it was nothing short of a movie. You know what I mean? You see the chemistry, you see the energy, you see the respect that Drake gave to Kartel, the recognition, and it moved the needle. Now Toronto is about to experience the same level of intensity and demand, you know what I mean, direct. And trust me, this one is going to be unforgettable, you know what I mean, because that we're talking about Canada, you see me? So what makes all of this even crazier is that I figured after the Dominica show, Kartel was going to take some rest and get his body right and gear up for Freedom Street in December. But no, TJ and Team Grinch and others, scatter them, they had other plans, clearly, you know what I mean? So, you know, we keep seeing Vybz Kartel, the world boss, working, and honestly, we love to see it, because as fans, as Gaza Nation fans, we have waited years for this moment, you know what I mean? And we have waited through trials, setbacks, fight with DPP, Paula Llewellyn, all of them. And now Vybz Kartel is back to dominating the stage around the world and doing it at the highest level. And it's more than just entertainment. It's a history in the making. And it is something that we're going to look back at and be like, yo, Vybz Kartel really and truly did that in a bro. Like Vybz Kartel came out and conquered and get back everything. He did that. And let's not overlook the obvious. What Kartel has managed to do in 2025 alone is nothing short of remarkable, right? I've been watching dancehall my entire life, and I've never seen another dancehall artist work this hard and deliver this much and to this level and making, you know what I mean, this is an impactful year for Vybz Kartel, an impactful year for dancehall. The man has the biggest song in dancehall right now with God is the Greatest. That song alone cemented him as the artist of the year, you know what I mean, with all of the big shows and everything that he's doing. And next year when the award comes, you know what I mean, there's no debate. There's just one award, and it is Artist of the Year, and it belongs to one man, and Vybz Kartel is his name, right? And what makes this even more crazier is that Kartel himself probably don't even know how he's doing it. You know what I mean? Kartel work ethic is not normal. It's astronomical. In 2025 alone, Kartel has sold over 500,000 tickets worldwide. You know what I mean? Let that sink in. And that's just not, and that's just not, and not just numbers. It's history. And when you calculate the revenue, we're talking about millions of dollars in US. This is probably the, you know what I mean, the highest grossing tour run for any dancehall artist ever. You know what I mean? And that is something. And the year isn't even finished yet. Who knows? They might just decide, say, yo, they're going to go book, get some more bookings or something in November, or even right before Freedom Street. Who knows? You know what I mean? It can happen. You know what I mean? And the thing is, Kartel is not slowing down and look like him not have no plan to slow down anytime soon. Next year, he's already got Africa in the works. And I know this for a fact. Africa is not ready. Africa is not ready for what is about to happen in Kenya. They're going to need to book, you know what I mean, stadiums that have 100,000 capacity. Nothing smaller will make sense because that show is going to break records and it's going, you know what I mean? Big records. It's going to be big things. You know what I mean? So any other artists who had plans to be in Africa, please cancel it because Vybz Kartel will dominate to a different level where nothing you do will even compete or compare. And after that, honestly, I don't want to hear anybody name being compared to Vybz Kartel unless they're making that same level of impact. If you're not selling hundreds of thousands of tickets, if you're not moving culture globally, if you're not putting in those astronomical numbers, then with all due respect, you don't belong in the same conversation. Kartel is on his own level. You know what I mean? So here we go. Toronto, Witness Greatness, October 26 and 27, and Drake Birthday Bash OVO Fest, Vybz Kartel live in concert. It's more than just a show. It's history, it's culture, and it's a reminder that Vybz Kartel, you know what I mean, long live the king of dancehall. You see me? I will tap him. Who fit tap the boss? You see me? So that's the video for today. Owen Allen Media, you know we keep you informed.